Happy Tuesday. Hi, this is Wendy Lee, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the USA. And I'm super excited that you're joining me today. So hopefully, I just got a notification that I'm live in Facebook, and I'll check that in a moment to make sure that I can see all the comments and all that lovely fun stuff. I just wanted to say hello to you before we switch over. So today we are doing part 2 of the super cute mini coffee cup gift card holder thing. So this is the project that we're looking at. So last week we made the cup itself, and of course this could be used as a gift all on its own. When you take the lid off, a gift card fits right down in, and you can add some lovely treats and enjoy it right away. So that's always fun as is. But if you want to add a little extra pizzazz, maybe you want to fill it with lots of good treats, maybe some socks, who knows, a tie. I don't know what you've got to give out this year. I like jewelry in here. That would be good. All right. So we fill our little coffee cup, and it holds quite a bit. And then you can make this super cute holder that you can put a gift card in, and then you can drop your little cup right down in. Wouldn't this make a fun gift where you put some chocolate in here and then a little gift card to the local coffee shop? That would be fun as well. All right. So let me go ahead and switch over, and we will get started on how to create this lovely holder. All right, see if we can get it switched over. All right, got the camera. Let me see if I can make sure I am in the right place on Facebook and that I can see the comments. Not always the easiest thing to do, but I think I got it, maybe. Yay! Oh, good. No, that was last week's. Not the right one. Facebook makes me crazy with this. Well, it's not showing. There it is. No, still not. Good grief. All right, well, we'll see. I can see a few comments now. Hey, Jean. Hey, Gwen. So glad you guys are on today. And hopefully I'll be able to see the comments as they come in. I found a screen that looks like there are comments coming in. All right, so here again, this is the super treat mini coffee cup treat holder that we're doing. And this is the portion we're going to show you how to recreate today so that you can make both and put them together as a fun little gift. We are featuring the Snowflake Wishes stamp set. Love this one. And I'm not actually going to be using the dies we did last week to do the top of our coffee cup, but today we're just going to use one of the stamp images in there, and we're going to let the designer paper do our talking for us today. All right, let's move this out of the way and pull in my paper trimmer. Now, as usual, I am putting all of your measurements in the header of the video. I've actually already done that, so you should have the complete supply list. Ooh, and all of the measurements so that you can create this one on your own. So let's start with the base of the cup holder. Let me slide that out of the way and slide this in. Hopefully I am in screen more or less. And I'm gonna start with the this top section here with where you've got the hole punched out. Whoops, slid over. So this section right here is where I'm gonna start. So I have got a piece of Balmy Blue cardstock. It's 3 inches by 5 inches, and I'm going to score it at 1 inch on either end. Oh, should I turn on the light? It's a little too dark. Maybe I will. It gets a little crazy bright then, and you're going to see the ring, but maybe this is better. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this in my paper trimmer. Now you could use your Simply Scored. It would actually be great for a project like this where you've got multiple score lines, but this is what I grabbed, so that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and score it on both ends, 1 inch in. All right, so I've got those two folds right there. Now I want to go ahead and I'm going to bring in my stitched shapes dies. And I'm going to use the second largest one, and I'm going to cut out that hole right there. Now, why stitch shapes? Well, because if you're going to make this ensemble together, this circle that we used on the top of the lid to decorate is the stitch circle. So you don't have to cut this separately. You can use the piece that you're cutting out of the base. Now, If you're not decorating a cup, you could choose, or if you're not decorating the cup with that stitch shape, you could choose just to use a regular circle die and do that. So we're going to go run this through the die cutting machine. And so I've got this piece that I can use on another cup, and then this piece here is for that top of that base. Perfect. Set that aside. Let's do our next layer. All right. Next, I have a piece that's 3 inches by 9 inches. I'm going to score this in at 1 inch and 4 inches. So I'm going to slide this in, slide that over to the 1 inch mark and score that. And then I want to slide that into the 4 inch mark. So same side, I'm just going down to the 4 inch mark now and score that. All right, we are ready to start putting things together. Let's go ahead and fold along our score lines, and I've already lost my bone folder. How does this happen? It's crazy. You set stuff down and then you can't find it again. I think it's time for me to do a little cleaning in my room. All right, so that is going to be the bottom of my base, that piece here, and then this is going to be the top of my base. So those are going to fold right together to create that stand. I'm going to go and run my bone folder on these. And let's go ahead and add some tear and tape. So I want to add tear and tape on the top of this flap. So that goes there. And then I'm going to do, you could do either, but I'm going to do the inside of this flap so it comes over the top of that one. You could totally do it that way. It makes no real difference. But let me go ahead and show this. It's just a personal preference, really. So I'm going to put tear and tape. Now you could use Stampin' Seal Plus if you prefer versus tear and tape. Either one would be fabulous for what you're doing here. All right, so this is the upper one that's going to fold down, and I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to add tear and tape to this lower section as well. Do you guys have big Thanksgiving plans this year? Keeping it more intimate, I think, is what's happening for most with the whole loveliness of the world. So might be a little quieter this year, but we can still celebrate. We can still have some fun with our family. Maybe via Zoom. Maybe we do it all via Zoom. I don't know. All right. So that looks good. I've got my tape there and my tape there. I'm going to go ahead and put this together just because it makes it easy. And then we know what shapes we're dealing with. All right. So take that tape backing off. Not always the easiest thing to do. And I'm just folding this bottom edge down, and I'm going to line those two edges. So the bottom of this is with that score line, and I'm adhering those together. Okay. So that gives it a nice security because that's doubled just right on this front edge here. Okay. And then I want to do this back one. And the beauty of this is that it lays flat, so I can do it nice and flat. So let's go ahead and remove our backing paper. Dun, 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 maybe. I don't have any nails right now. And then I'm going to fold this so that that just lines straight. So you can store these flat, which is great. I think it's great. Either direction. So you could fold it up like that. Maybe you had a little less space. You could either way. Great. So that is the basis of the holder. Now we just have to decorate it. All right. So I'm going to pull in some layers. So I've got a piece of Designer Series paper, and this is from the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper, and I'm going to layer it on some purple Posy. So I believe this is 2 5/8 by 3 3/4, and this is 2 3/4 by 3 7/8. You'll have to check me though. You can't trust me in the video because you know I just say whatever comes to my mind. Much better on writing it up on paper. Okay, so I'm going to center that more or less on that layer, and then we'll go ahead and adhere this layer to the top base. So it's going to come right onto that base right there. Maybe I'm straight. Cute, right? So I have it flush down at the bottom. You could adjust your measurements if you want to. And so I aligned it on the 3 sides there. Adds fun color. All right, so then I want to take another piece of designer paper, and this is, I believe, 2 5/8 by 5/8, and then 2 3/4 by 3/4. Just going to layer that, and of course you can change this up to do whatever makes you happy. See if I can get this somewhat centered, and hopefully I'm still in the video and you guys can see. Great. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to this front tab here. And it makes it easy to decorate after the fact. Not all boxes are this way, but because this does fold flat, it makes it super easy to add those layers kind of after the fact. All right, cute. I want to add one more thing. I want to go ahead and add a belly band around the front of this. So I've got a strip of purple Posy, and I believe, what is the size of this? I think this is 7 1/4 by 1 for my belly band. I'm going to dry fit this first, and then I'm going to go back and stamp it. That way my stamping isn't where I want it. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it where I want it. I'm going to fold one edge over. Let's go ahead and pull that away because I want to make sure I'm nice and straight. So let's adjust that so that that's straight and run our bone folder. Okay, so that's nice and square. I'm going to slide this back on. So I want to slide this over so it's not flush against it. So if you can see over here, that's flush against, and now I'm going to push it out a little bit because I want to give some room to be able to slide the gift card into it without it being too tight. I also don't really want it to fall out, so we want a happy medium here. All right, so I folded that. So let's pull that off, and let's make sure this is straight as well. Get a nice crisp fold. All right, so let's just double check this. If I were to put this on, does that slide very easily? Not crazy easy, but it's not too tight either. So that I like that, how that is. All right, so let's go ahead and do our stamping. Now that we know where our edges are, we can stamp right in the center there. So I've grabbed one of the sentiments from the Snowflake Wishes stamp set, and I'm using Pacific Point ink, and I'm going to stamp it right on to my belly band. Yay! Perfect. Let's close that before our arm gets blue. You love the 3? Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Turkey for you plus your cat. Yay, that's fun. 7 to 10 and 2 for dinner. Oh, wow. That sounds fun. All right. So we're going to wrap this around and adhere that to the back. So what I want to do is, because I'm going to overlap like this, I'm going to put a little adhesive here and a little bit of adhesive here. That way I'm not putting it in a place that won't be overlapped. Okay, now before I put this down, I also want to put some adhesive because I want this actually adhered to the back here of this so it doesn't slide up and down. I want to secure it in place. So I'm going to go ahead and carefully open this up. I should have a silicone craft sheet. Let me actually grab one. So the whole point of the silicone craft sheet is so that when you have adhesive, you're not going to stick to your table, right? So since this one's going to be on the bottom, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive there, and that way my silicone sheet, I can just peel that right back up. And then same thing here. This is just going to fold over. So I could put a little adhesive out a little further. I think I will. It may not catch very well, but I just got to be careful as I wrap this around because I don't want to stick it together into my table. All right, so I'm going to eyeball where I want this to be and center it best that I can. And I'm going to fold that back. So that's now in place, and then fold this one over. So that should secure it in place. It's not going to slide. Plus it's overlapped really nicely. So you have your lovely band right here, which let's steal our gift card right from our cup. And yes, it fits down nicely in there. Now I've got it a little bit looser, and that's okay. You could add a little note if you wanted to. You could make a little card if you want to put your gift card onto some sort of a card to write a note to somebody. You could definitely do that. And I've left enough room to be able to do that if I choose to. So we will slide this gift card back. Actually, I'm going to leave it out instead of trying to force it back in there. Now I want to add a little bit of an embellishment to this, so to match to my cup. So we added the little frosted and epoxy gems on the top of the cup. So let me grab those and we'll add a little bit of that bling to our holder as well, because that's always fun. I'm going to use one of these giant ones. Love, 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 love. Since I'm not putting this in an envelope, since it's 3D, I can use as many of these as I want. They're a little bit higher profile. And what I mean by that is they stick up higher. So sending these in an envelope is a little more difficult. You'd need something with some padding if you were to use these on a card. All right, so this is ready to go. We're going to slide our gift card in, right? And then we're going to slide our cup in, fill it full of yummy treats, and this is ready to gift. Now, you could slide this into a cello bag and tie it. I'm probably going to gift mine in a box and send that off. Great. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I do want to make sure everyone is aware. There is a huge Stampin' Up! Sale today only. It's for 24 hours. It started this morning and it ends, if you're in Eastern time like I am, it ends, I believe, at 1:50 in the morning for us. But it's technically a 24-hour sale, so 11:50 Mountain Time is when it ends. So just a little bit before midnight. So take advantage of that. It's almost, not everything, but almost everything in our annual catalog is marked 10% off. And that's including bundles and suites. So things that are already discounted with a 10% bundled savings, you can get for an additional 10% off. So huge, huge, huge to be able to go out and grab those things. If you don't have enough cardstock to finish your Christmas cards, this is a great day to order that. Most of the cardstock colors are discounted. So go out there, check out the sale. Love for you to do a purchase. And you know, anytime you spend $50 or more, you get this month's All-Star Tutorial Bundle for free from me. So that's always fun as well. Last reminder, I wanted to make sure you guys know, if you want to join me for bingo this month, actually December 10th is when we're playing bingo. We have some fun cards in store for you, and of course, great time having bingo together. We do this via Zoom, so we do get to chat with each other and have some fun. So registration is due this Friday. I hope you'll join us this time. All right, thanks so much, and I will catch you next Tuesday for some more paper crafting fun. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and everybody stay safe. Bye for now.